Jaya Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman, Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyata Desatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Maharaj आने वाले। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bandha Mui Sabadana Mate Bandha Mui Sabadana Mate Yahara prasadeva eva votoriya Krishna prapti haya jaha Aite Krishna prapti haya Aite Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Te Koriya Kya Arana Koriha Mane Asa Arana Koriha Mane Asa Shri Guru Charane Rati Eise Utama Gati Ye prasade pure sarva asha Ye prasade pure sarva asa Chakshudan dilaje janme janme Prabhu se Chakshudan dilaje janme janme Prabhu se Divya gyan hriday prakashito Divya gyan hriday prakashito Prema bhakti jahate ave jave na jayate इति अविद्या विनाशायते वेदिकाजहर चरितो वेदिकाजहर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु लोकना लोकर जीवन लोकना लोकर जीवन आहा प्रभु कर दया दया मोरे पाद छाया आहा प्रभु कर दया दया मोरे पाद छाया हे बेजा विष्णु त्रिभुवना हे बेजा विष्णु त्रिभुवना शील प्रभुपा पतित पावना शील प्रभुपा पतित पावना जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपा 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 जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा 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 जय प्रभुपा नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चादशतारिणे जय प्रभुपा जय प्रभुपा प्रभुपा जय प्रभुपा जय श्रील प्रभुपा जय प्रभुपा जय प्रभुपा प्रभुपा जय प्रभुपा जय श्रील प्रभुपा 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 जय जय प्रभुपा 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, oh Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
जय विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राज आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की। जय विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राज आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की। साक्षात बैराग मूर्ति गौर कृष्णदास बाबा जी महाराज की। सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की। वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की। नामाचार्य हरदास ठाकुर की। श्री गोस्वामी प्रभुगण की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की। श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की। श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की। श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की। गंगा मैया यमुना मैया की। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की। श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसलेटेड बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की। गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glorious assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glorious assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glorious assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glorious to all glorious to all glorious to Sri Guru and Gauranga. गुरु वंदना पढ़िए मेरे साथ। हमारे गुरुदेव के चरण कमल ही एकमात्र साधन है जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत भक्ति एवं श्रद्धा पूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ। उनकी कृपा से जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है तथा कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि उनके मुख कमल से निकले हुए शब्दों द्वारा अपनी चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। उनके चरण कमलों में अनुराग ऐसी सिद्धि है जो समस्त मनोरथों को पूर्ण करती है। वे मेरी बंद आंखों को खोलते हैं तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरते हैं। जन्म जन्मांतरों में भी मेरे प्रभु हैं। वे प्रेमा भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं और अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। वैदिक शास्त्र उनके चरित्र का गान करते हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, करुणा सिंधु तथा पतित आत्माओं के मित्र, आप सबके गुरु एवं सभी लोगों के जीवन है। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, मुझ पर दया कीजिए तथा मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की छाया प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोकों में फैला हुआ है। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी गोपी दान वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदना व्रज जनरंजना
Jashodanandana Brajajanarandana Jamunatira Bonachari Jamunatira Bonachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Gopi Dada Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Dada Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Dada Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Dada Vallabha Gopi Dana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Dana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Brajajanarandana Jasodanandana Brajajanarandana Jamunatira Bonachari Jamunatira Bonachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Indrastadaatmanah pujam Vijnaya vihatam nripa Gopebhya Krishna Natebhyo Nandadibhyas Chukopaha. Shri Shuka Uvacha Indrastadatmanah Pujam Vijñāya Vihatam Nripa Gopebhya Krishna Natebhyo Nandadibhyas Chukopaha. Shri Shuka Uvacha Indrastadatmanah Pujam Vijñāya Vihatam Nripa Gopebhya Krishna Natebhyo Nandadibhyas Chukopaha. Shri Shuka Uvacha Atmanam Pujam. Shri Shuka Puja Gopebhya Krishna Natebhyo Nandadibhyas Chukopaha. Shri Shuka Uvacha Indrastadatmanah Pujam Vijñāya Vihatam Nripa Gopebhya Krishna Natebhyo Nandadibhyas Chukopaha. Shri Shuka Uvacha. Shri Shukadeva Goswami said, Indraha, Lord Indra, Tada, then, Atmanaha, his own, Pujam, worship, Vijñāya, understanding, Vihatam, diverted, Nripa, O King Parikshit, Gopebhyaha, at the cowherds, Krishna Natebhyaha, who took Krishna as their Lord, Nanda Adibhyaha, headed by Nanda Maharaj, Chukopaha, he became angry. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Shukadeva Goswami said, My dear King Parikshit, when Indra understood that his sacrifice had been put aside, he became furious with Nanda Maharaj and the other cowherd men who were accepting Krishna as their Lord. Purport. At the very beginning of this chapter, Shukadeva Goswami reveals the foolishness of Indra and the absurdity of his anger. Indra was frustrated because the residents of Vrindavan accepted Sri Krishna as their Lord. But the simple fact is that Sri Krishna is the Lord, not only of the residents of Vrindavan, but of all that exists, including Indra himself. Thus Indra's petulant reaction was ridiculous. As the common saying goes, pride goes before a fall. Thus ends the purport.
You have your mic?
Yeah, he has one.
Namo Vishnu Padaya
Krishna Krishna Bhutale
Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Nidese Sasannavadi Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Nama Krishna
Yadavaya Namaha
Govala Govinda Ram
Srimad-Bhāgavatam
Mokha Karoti Vajalam
Pangam Langaya Tekirim
Yatri Bhatavan Mande
Sri Guru Dinatharinam
Paramananda Madhavam
Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram
Hare Om Tat Sat. So, Sukadeva Swami, he told right in the beginning of his chapter,
So Shukadeva Goswami said right at the beginning of the chapter
how Indra was angry that his worship was being set aside.
how Indra was angry that his worship was being set aside.
That they accepted Krishna as their Lord.
That they accepted Krishna as their Lord.
In the Dwapara Yuga, Krishna doesn't keep it a secret that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
In the Dwapara Yuga, Krishna doesn't keep a secret that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
But the Vrajavasis didn't consider Krishna as the Supreme Lord.
But the Brajavasis did not consider Krishna as the Supreme Lord,
But they loved him
but they loved him.
and they followed him.
They followed him.
So, but Indra should have known better.
But Indra should have known better.
He should have known that Krishna was his Lord and the Supreme Lord.
He should have known that Krishna was his Lord and the Supreme Lord.
But unfortunately, he was angry.
But unfortunately, he was angry.
So Krishna decided to humble him
So Krishna decided to humble him
by lifting up the Govardhan hill
by lifting up the Govardhan hill
for 7 days.
for 7 days.
And then gradually Indra realized that he was messing around with the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Gradually, Indra realized that he was messing around with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna.
So this chapter tells about that pastime.
So this chapter tells about that pastime.
And I was thinking how in Chaitanya Leela, this similar situation happened.
I was thinking how in Chaitanya Leela a similar situation happened.
Lord Chaitanya, he kept it a secret that he was Krishna himself.
Lord Chaitanya kept it a secret that he was Krishna himself
For the most part.
for the most part.
And but Sant had forbade that the devotees perform Sankirtan.
Lord Chaitanya had forbade that Chankasi had forbade that the devotees perform Sankirtan.
The Chankasi was the local administrator.
Chankasi was the local administrator.
So in a sense, the Rajavasis were worshipping Indra, and he opposed that they stopped his worship.
So the Rajavasis were worshipping Krishna, but Indra opposed that he stopped his worship.
So at that time there was Chankasi was the local administrator, and he opposed Lord Chaitanya's chanting.
So at that time, Chankasi was the local administrator, and he opposed Lord Chaitanya's chanting.
So Lord Krishna lived at the Oberon Hill, and so the Rajavasis came to Nanda Maharaj and said, "Who is your son?"
So Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill, and the Rajavasis came to Nanda Maharaj and said, "Who is your son?"
You can't tell us he's an ordinary person.
You can't tell us that he's an ordinary person.
He just lived on the mountain for 7 days.
He lifted the Govardhan Hill for 7 days.
Who is he?
Who is he?
He said, well, the astrologer Gargamuni
The astrologer Gargamuni
told me that he has the power of Narayan.
That he has the power of Narayan.
And he'd be very good for the cowherd people.
And he would be very good for the cowherd people.
He didn't explain how to get the power of Narayan.
He didn't explain how he got the power of Narayan.
He's Narayan.
Because he is Narayan.
He's the source of Narayan.
He is the source of Narayan.
Anyway, so Chankasi breaking the Radangas, it's within it's within the ordinary dealings.
Lord Chaitanya, Chankasi breaking the Mridanga is within the ordinary dealings.
But how Lord Chaitanya responded,
how Lord Chaitanya responded,
since I am writing a compilation of all the books on Chaitanya Leela.
I have a compilation of all the books on Chaitanya Leela.
I'm already at the final stage after he visited Vrindavan.
I'm at the final stage after he visits Vrindavan.
And so some of the other books like Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Bhagavat, they give more details than Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Some of you have read books like Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Mangal. They give more details than Chaitanya Charitamrita.
All the missile, the processions he organized against the Chankasi.
About the processions that Lord Chaitanya organized against Chankasi.
He had 4 different parties.
He had 4 different parties.
One led by Srivas,
One led by Srivas,
one by Haridas Thakur,
one by Haridas Thakur,
one by Advaita Gosai.
one by Advaita Gosai,
And one he was chanting,
and one he was chanting,
and the 2 sides were Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhar.
and on the 2 sides were Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhar Pandit.
So his party was at the end.
So his party was at the end.
But the different parties gathered hundreds of thousands and gradually it swelled to 1 million or more people.
But the different parties, they gathered hundreds of thousands of people, and gradually it swelled to 1 million or more.
And I mean, it's amazing that Srivas is Narada Muni,
It's amazing, Srivas is Narada Muni,
Haridas Thakur is Brahma Haridas.
Haridas Thakur is Brahma Haridas.
After he stole the cows and cows and colored boys,
After he stole the cows, calves and cowherd boys,
he went to Mayapur
he went to Mayapur
at the Yoga Pit,
at the Yoga Beach,
Antardip,
Antardvip.
and there he chanted the name of Lord Chaitanya.
There he chanted the name of Lord Chaitanya.
Gauranga,
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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga, Finally, Lord Chaitanya appeared.
Finally, Lord Chaitanya appeared.
He said, "What do you want?"
He said, "What do you want?"
Brahma said that already my detailed Radha, the second half of my life, have begun. Detailed Radha, that's it.
In the Dvitiya Parartha of my life,
The second half
the second half
has already begun.
has already begun.
See, Brahma's life is divided in two.
Brahma's life is divided into two.
So at 50 years, it's a kind of a special situation.
So 50 years is kind of a special situation.
Anyway, we just passed that. Brahma is 50 years old.
Brahma is 50 years old.
50, 51. I don't know.
50, 51.
So then he said, I'm still committing offenses.
He said, I'm still committing offenses.
I stole your colored boy friends, your cows.
And I stole the cowherd boy, cows, the calves.
I heard that you're coming in the Kali Yuga and you're giving out love of Krishna freely.
I heard that you're coming in Kali Yuga and giving out love for Krishna freely.
So I like to be freed from this offensive mentality.
I would like to be freed from this offensive mentality.
I like to, I want to have love of Krishna,
I want to have love of Krishna,
and I like to be your associate
I would like to be your associate
during the coming pastime.
during the coming pastime.
And Lord Chaitanya said, Tatasta,
Lord Chaitanya said, Tatastu,
so be it.
so be it.
You will appear in a non-Hindu family,
You will appear in a non-Hindu family,
and therefore will teach you humility.
therefore it will teach you humility,
And will free you from the offense.
and it will free you from the offense.
You'll chant 300,000 names of Krishna a day,
You chant 300,000 names of Krishna a day,
and that will awaken your love for Krishna,
therefore awaken love for Krishna,
and you'll be my associate.
and you will be my associate.
I was just thinking, 48 years of Lord Chaitanya's Leela,
I was thinking 40 years of Lord Chaitanya.
48.
48 years of Lord Chaitanya's Leela.
His Leela is 48 years.
His Leela is 48 years.
For Lord Brahma, it's nothing.
For Lord Brahma, it is nothing.
One moment was 1 year in Vrindavan, right?
One moment was 1 year in Vrindavan, right?
So, 48 years by Brahma's calculation is
So 48 years by Brahma's calculation.
Anyway, so this Kirtan, Radharani, Lord Brahma, and Advaita is a combination of Sadashiva and Mahavishnu.
So this Kirtan, he had Lord Brahma, Narada Muni, Sadashiva, and Lord Vishnu.
And Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, and Nityananda, Krishna Balaram,
Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Krishna Balaram,
and Radharani.
Radharani is another Pandit.
One sense Radhesham.
One is Radheshyam.
You had all Nitai Gaur, Krishna Balaram, and Radhesham.
You had all Nitai Gaur, Krishna Balaram, and Radheshyam.
And so Nityananda and Gadadhar, they were requested by Sachimata.
Nityananda and Gadadhar, they were requested by Sachimata.
But sometimes Lord Chaitanya would just crash to the ground,
Sometimes Lord Chaitanya would just crash to the ground,
being unconscious in his ecstasy.
being unconscious in his ecstasy.
And so they were on either side to catch him.
So they were on either side to catch him.
Oh, this Kirtan, so they,
So that was his Kirtan, so very blissful.
said the Kirtan actually lasted for a day of Brahma.
Such a Kirtan actually lasted for a day of Brahma.
Like 1,000 yugas,
1,000 yugas.
1,000 Chatra yugas.
1,000 Chatur yugas.
But by outside calculation, or just a few hours. By outside calculation, of course, but those who participated, like Kirtan was immense.
For outside calculations, it may have been small, but for those who participated in the Kirtan, it was immense.
So then, the sound of the Kirtan not only reached all parts of the universe,
The sound of the Kirtan reached not only all parts of the universe,
but also reached the spiritual world.
but also reached the spiritual world.
I could hear in Vaikuntha this Kirtan.
They could hear this Kirtan in Vaikuntha.
It's amazing situation. How did Lord Krishna come as Lord Chaitanya?
It's an amazing situation. How did Lord Krishna come as Lord Chaitanya?
When Krishna left Vrindavan, went to Mathura, and then he was in Dwarka.
Krishna left Vrindavan, then he went to Mathura, and then he went to Dwaraka.
And one day Krishna went from the palace of Satyabhama to the palace of Rukmini.
One day Krishna went from the palace of Satyabhama to the palace of Rukmini.
Of course, Rukmini, although she's the queen, she firstly cleaned the palace with the maids to see that it was perfect for receiving Lord Krishna.
So Rukmini, being queen, she cleaned the palace along with her maids to see that the palace was perfect for Krishna.
Having the children of Krishna greet him, and then she took him into his private quarters.
Had different things to feed Krishna. Having different children of Krishna to meet him, and then she took him to his private quarters.
She was bathing his lotus feet.
She was bathing his lotus feet,
Looking at his face.
looking at his face.
And she was crying.
She was crying.
Krishna said, I'm just arriving in your palace. You'll be happy. Why you're crying?
Krishna said, I'm just arriving in your palace. You should be happy. Why are you crying?
And he starts speculating on some servant not listen to you.
So he started speculating, did some servant not listen to you?
Like that.
Like that.
She shook her head. She said, you know what Lord Brahma is doing in Satyaloka.
So she said, you know what Lord Brahma is doing in Satyaloka.
You know what Lord Shiva is doing in Kailash.
You know what Lord Shiva is doing in Kailash.
You know what's going on in the material worlds, universes, spiritual universes.
You know what is going on in the material universes, the spiritual universes.
But there's one thing you don't know.
But there is one thing that you don't know.
Radharani knows, I know.
Radharani knows, I know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
What is, no one ever said there's something that Krishna didn't know.
No one ever said that there is something that Krishna didn't know.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
There's one thing I know, Radharani knows, you don't know.
There's one thing that I know, Radharani knows, but you don't know.
What is that?
What is that?
You don't know.
You don't know.
How much your devotees love you.
How much your devotees love you.
And in what way we love you.
And in what way we love you.
Because you're the Lord, you don't above you, you don't have anyone, you don't have this experience.
You are the Lord, you don't have anyone above you. So you don't have this experience.
And Krishna said 3 times, I will come in Kali Yuga as my devotee. I will come in Kali Yuga as my devotee. I will come in Kali Yuga as my devotee.
So Lord Krishna said 3 times, I will come in Kali Yuga as my devotee. I will come in Kali Yuga as my devotee. I will come in Kali Yuga as my devotee.
Hare! When he was doing kirtan to march on the Chandhaji,
So Lord Chaitanya was doing Kirtan, marching towards Chandhaji.
Lord Brahma, Indra, he came down to watch. What is this?
Lord Indra, he came down to watch. What is this?
He was accompanied by various devas.
He was accompanied by various devas.
When they saw Lord Chaitanya dancing,
When they saw Lord Chaitanya dancing,
crying,
they started crying.
they were fainted to see the Supreme Personality Godhead as a devotee chanting and dancing in ecstasy.
He fainted seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead chanting and dancing as a devotee.
When they came back to consciousness, they took human forms and joined the Kirtan. Hare!
When they came back to consciousness in their respective forms, they attended the Kirtan.
Some of there was a group of atheists, and they were looking at the devotees.
There were a group of atheists and they were looking at the devotees.
But when they saw Lord Chaitanya chanting, dancing, crying,
when they saw Lord Chaitanya chanting and dancing and crying,
they were completely overwhelmed by ecstasy.
they were completely overwhelmed by ecstasy.
They started to chant, raise their hands, dancing, rolling on the ground.
They started to chant and dance and cry and roll on the ground.
This kirtan, it was very special.
This kirtan, it was very special.
Everyone who joined the kirtan couldn't resist. When the kirtan went, they were sucked in.
So everyone who saw the kirtan couldn't resist when the kirtan went by.
They joined the kirtan.
They joined the kirtan.
And on this way, not only residents of Navadvip, but even residents from other planets joined in the kirtan.
So in this way, not only the residents of Navadvip, but also the residents of other planets joined the kirtan.
And from the heavenly planets, the Apsaras were flying flowers and small conch shells on the pathway.
From the heavenly planets, the Apsaras were showering flowers and small conch shells on the pathway.
So when finally they reached, they were coming close to the Chandkazi.
Finally, they were coming close to the place of Chandkazi.
Chandkazi heard the kirtan. What is that, some Hindu wedding?
Lord Chandkazi heard the kirtan and he was wondering, what is that? Is it some Hindu wedding?
Told the soldier, stop them.
Stop them.
What is racket?
What is the racket?
They went out and they saw huge, like ocean of people.
They went out and they saw a huge ocean of people.
And they're all chanting and some are yelling, down with the Kazi.
They were all chanting and some of them were yelling, down with the Kazi.
Others are chanting Hare Krishna.
They were also chanting Hare Krishna.
The soldiers, they tore off the turbans, wrapped around their beard.
The soldiers took out their turban and covered their beard.
Raised their hands, started chanting.
Raised their hands like this.
So they wouldn't be discovered.
so they wouldn't be dissevered.
Of course, you know what happened. Finally, Chandkazi came out and he addressed Lord Chaitanya, your grandfather called me Chacha.
Finally, you know what happened. Chandkazi came and he addressed Lord Chaitanya that your grandfather called me Chacha.
So by village relation, I'm your uncle.
By your relationship, I'm your uncle.
And so, why are you coming in such an angry mood to my house?
Why you are coming in such an angry mood to my house?
Why are you keeping your nephew standing on the road? What did not comment?
Why you're
keeping your nephew on the road?
Why are you keeping your nephew on the road? Lord Chaitanya said.
So then Lord Chaitanya told the crowd, sit down, be quiet.
So Lord Chaitanya told to the crowd to be quiet.
And Chandkazi invited Lord Chaitanya up and Brahma.
So Lord Chaitanya took Chandkazi took Lord Chaitanya up.
So I was thinking how this Leela is similar in a sense to the Govardhan Leela.
So I was thinking how this Leela is similar to the Govardhan Leela.
Of course, Lord Chaitanya didn't lift any mountain.
Of course, Lord Chaitanya didn't lift any mountain,
So he could keep his identity a secret.
so he kept his identity a secret.
But if we read the details, how the Kirtan and at one point, Lord Chaitanya fainted and he was unconscious for some time.
So the very details of the Kirtan, Lord Chaitanya was fainted, that went on for some time.
How the different Kirtan parties went to different parts of Navadvip.
How the different Kirtan parties went to different parts of Navadvip.
How they gathered everybody and more.
How everybody?
How they gathered everybody and more
How they gathered everybody and more
from other planets.
from other planets.
So, in a way, he did what was normally impossible.
So in that way, he did what was normally impossible.
But when we hear about it, it sounds like someone probably did a mass movement.
But when we read about it, we think, oh, probably someone did some mass movement.
But when you read the details,
But when we read the details,
it's amazing.
it's amazing.
How the Supreme Lord, he came down just with the purpose of giving us love for Krishna.
How the Supreme Lord, he came down just with the purpose of giving us love for Krishna.
And Krishna, he accepted those who wholly surrendered to him,
Krishna accepted those who fully surrendered unto him.
but those who didn't surrender, they didn't get mercy.
But those who didn't surrender, they didn't get the mercy.
But Lord Chaitanya was so merciful,
But Lord Chaitanya was so merciful.
and he gave his mercy even to those who didn't surrender.
He gave his mercy even to those who did not surrender.
If you just chanted Hare Krishna itself, he delivered. Papi tapi jata chala, Hare Ram Udaro.
He gave his mercy to everyone.
Papi tapi.
Papi tapi jatutilo, hariname udarilo.
Like Krishna came as combined form of Radharani and Krishna.
Krishna came as the combined form of Radharani and Krishna.
So then you get the mercy of Radharani with the power of Krishna.
So then you get the mercy of Radharani with the power of Krishna.
We have a great opportunity to be part of Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement.
We have a great opportunity to be part of Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement.
And Brahma Bhagavata Purana predicts, Lord Krishna predicts, after 10,000 years, after 5,000 years, of the beginning of, at the end of beginning of Kali Yuga or end of Brahma Yuga.
In the Brahma Bhagavata Purana, Lord Krishna predicts that 5,000 years since the beginning of Kali Yuga or 5,000 years after the end of Dwapara Yuga,
A golden age will start
a golden age will start
within the Kali Yuga.
within the Kali Yuga.
Everybody in the whole world will chant Hare Krishna.
Everybody in the whole world will chant Hare Krishna.
Well, this is what we have to do.
This is what we have to do.
If we do it, we get the mercy.
If we do it, we get the mercy.
If we don't do it, it'll happen anyway.
If we don't do it, it will happen anyway.
But someone else will get the mercy.
But someone else will get the mercy.
So, just as Krishna lifted Govardhan, Lord Chaitanya, he extended the Sankirtan.
Just as Krishna lifted Govardhan, Lord Chaitanya expanded Sankirtan.
We should participate, we should encourage everyone to chant.
We should participate and we should encourage everyone to chant.
When Lord Chaitanya heard about Vrindavan,
When Lord Chaitanya heard about Vrindavan,
his ecstasy would increase 100 times.
his ecstasy would increase 100 times.
When he went to Mathura,
When he went to Mathura,
his ecstasy increased 1,000 times.
his ecstasy increased 1,000 times.
When he came to Vrindavan,
When he came to Vrindavan,
his ecstasy increased 100,000 times.
his ecstasy increased 100,000 times.
He was uncontrollable.
His ecstasy was uncontrollable.
And Bhagavad, he was worried that Lord Chaitanya would jump on the Jamuna and do things.
And Balabhadra Bhattacharya was worried that Lord Chaitanya would jump into the Yamuna and do other things.
And if he wasn't there to pull him out, he was afraid he might pass away or something.
If he was not there to pull him out, he was afraid he may pass away or something.
So, actually Lord Chaitanya, because he came, the Vrindavan was covered.
Actually, when Lord Chaitanya came, Vrindavan was covered.
Already like Radha Kunda and Shyamkunda were gone.
Already Radha Kunda and Shyamakunda were gone.
Just indentation in the paddy field.
Then
Indentation in
there was
the,
just some indentation on the paddy field.
and then villagers were amazed, what is this sannyasi scooping water out of this paddy field, taking it out.
So the villagers were surprised. What is the sannyasi scooping out water from a paddy field and taking bath?
Actually, the whole Vrindavan was revealed by Lord Chaitanya and his followers.
Actually, the whole of Vrindavan was revealed by Lord Chaitanya and his followers.
Our 6 Goswamis,
The 6 Goswamis,
their disciples.
his disciples.
So we should, we're we want to put the footprints of Lord Chaitanya in all the places he visited.
We want to put the footprints of Lord Chaitanya in all the places that he visited.
This was started by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada.
This was started by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada.
But he only did about 8.
But he did only about 8.
And then some of his followers did a few more.
Somehow that his followers did a little more.
But his desire was to have at least 108.
But his desire was to have at least 108.
So we're trying to establish, we have apparently they've agreed in Radha Kunda what the lotus foot of the Lord Chaitanya.
Have we?
Apparently,
Apparently we have created a place in Radha Kunda to put the footprints of Lord Chaitanya.
and then also in Akur Ghat,
Also in Akrura Ghat.
the Lord Chaitanya would stay in Akur Ghat when he was in Vrindavan.
Lord Chaitanya would stay in Akrura Ghat when he was in Vrindavan.
And we'd like to put every place where Lord Chaitanya visited.
And we would like to put in every place that Lord Chaitanya visited.
When you go on Vrindavan Parikrama, all the places you'll see Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet.
So when you go on Vrindavan Parikrama, in all the places you will be able to see Lord Chaitanya's lotus footprints.
People should remember that Lord Chaitanya revealed Vrindavan.
Then we will be able to remember that Lord Chaitanya revealed Vrindavan.
We're very grateful for all the devotees
We're grateful to all the devotees
who come to Vrindavan
who have come to Vrindavan
for their help of the Temple of Vedic Planetarium.
and for their help with the temple of the Vedic Planetarium.
Yeah. We want to make Lord Chaitanya known.
We want to make Lord Chaitanya known.
Prabhupada requested that we build a temple, largest temple in the world, in Mayapur.
Prabhupada wanted that we build a temple, the largest temple in the world in Mayapur.
We're very grateful that Brajavilas is coming to Vrindavan and different places to get donations.
We're grateful to Brajavilas that he's coming to Vrindavan, that he's come to Vrindavan and he's going different places to get donations.
So, Vrindavan is Krishna's abode.
Vrindavan is Krishna's abode.
If it wasn't for Lord Chaitanya, it might have been forgotten.
If it wasn't for Lord Chaitanya,
It might have been forgotten.
it might have been forgotten.
So, of course, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Radha, who wrote us Vrindavan, Mayapur, Lord Chaitanya, Krishna consciousness.
His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he brought us Vrindavan, Mayapur, Krishna consciousness.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Yeah, Hare Krishna!
Thank you, Maharaj, for the class. Maharaj, while hearing you, I could realize that you have so much love for Lord Chaitanya. I just wanted to know how can I develop that love for Lord Chaitanya?
I don't have any love,
I don't have any love.
but the more you hear about Lord Chaitanya, you have to be really stone-hearted if you don't have love for him.
But the more you hear about Lord Chaitanya, you have to be stone-hearted not to have any love for him.
Maybe after more than 50 years in Krishna consciousness, my stone heart has softened a bit.
I've been Krishna conscious more than 50 years. My heart is stone-hearted, but it has softened a bit.
By Prabhupada's mercy.
By Prabhupada's mercy.
Maharaj, I wanted to ask that like when, as you said that Lord Brahma came to Mayapur and did prayed to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So then in Brahmaloka, where like Brahmaji, when he came here, then there was nobody in Brahmaloka. Then how did the universe?
When Lord Brahma came as Haridas Thakur, there's nobody in Brahmaloka. How did the universe get started? Who maintained the universe?
He only came for a minute.
He only came for a minute.
Not even a minute. Not even a minute.
Not even a minute. Krishna Chaitanya Maharaj is a question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna!
Maharaj, you were saying that Indra should have known that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So my question is, why didn't Indra know, and what can we learn from this that we can apply in our own spiritual lives?
Apparently there's a new Indra every Manvantara.
Apparently there is a new Indra every Manvantara.
And 14 Manvantaras a day of Brahma.
14 Manvantaras in a day of Brahma.
And Krishna comes once in the day of Brahma.
And Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma.
So the Lord Indra should have known that Krishna is the same Krishna that's mentioned in the Vedas.
So Lord Indra should have known that Lord Krishna is the same Krishna who was mentioned in the Vedas.
But look in the phone book, how many Krishnas are there, how many Gopals are there? What? Look at the phone book.
You look at the phone book.
Phone book.
Phone book. Okay.
How
Look
many?
at the phone book and you see how many Krishnas are there and how many Gopals are there.
You can use your mobile phone as Google Krishna.
You can use your mobile phone, Google Krishna.
How many you get?
How many you get?
So somehow Brahma should have known better,
So somehow Indra should have known better,
but he didn't.
but he didn't.
So Lord Krishna decided to humble him.
So Lord Krishna decided to humble him.
And he did that by lifting the Govardhan hill.
And he did that by lifting Govardhan hill.
Or maybe Krishna put some of his Maya over Indra.
Maybe Krishna put some of his Maya over Indra
So that he could manifest this pastime.
so that he can manifest this pastime.
If you read the Krishna book, when Krishna liberated Kamsa in the
If you read the Krishna book, if you read how Krishna liberated Kamsa,
and then he went to free Vasudeva and Devaki,
how he freed Vasudeva and Devaki,
they were first being very respectful to Krishna.
they were first very respectful towards Krishna.
But Krishna wanted them to treat him as a son.
But Krishna wanted them to treat him as their son.
So he sprinkled some lila dust.
So he sprinkled some lila dust.
The attitude changed.
And therefore their attitude changed.
And they, oh, my dear son, Krishna.
Oh, my dear son.
So Krishna had all kind of potencies. He had lila dust.
Krishna can do all kinds of things with his lila dust.
I wish we would all be sprinkled with this lila dust.
Wish we were all sprinkled with this lila dust.
and naturally out of love for Krishna.
and naturally a love for Krishna.
What that Lord Chaitanya gives us if we chant Hare Krishna,
That Lord Chaitanya gives us if we chant Hare Krishna.
or we chant Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Another question?
Okay, for the last question.
I didn't ladies question. Oh, yeah, one lady.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful presence. Thank you for the wonderful class. I have a question like in this pastime we see Indra committed an offense against Lord Krishna, and then he understood Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But later, again in the Krishna Leela, he again starts fighting with Lord Krishna when he was provoked by his wife. So I want to know why this type of situation happens and
He fights
how
again.
we
He
overcome
fights
this.
again when he was provoked by his wife. Indra fights again when he was provoked by his wife.
And,
So why he is going back and forth?
And in case of Daksha Prajapati also we see like first he offended Lord Shiva, then he offended Lord Narayana. So how do we, how we don't do such things? So why do we? How we do?
So we understand from this that if you get married, it's very important to have a Krishna conscious wife.
So, from this we understand that how if we get married, it is important to have a Krishna conscious wife.
If your wife is not Krishna conscious, then she may have you fight with Krishna.
If the wife is not Krishna conscious, then she may have you fight with Krishna.
That reminds me that Srila Prabhupada, in a lecture he was giving in London,
This reminds me that Srila Prabhupada in a lecture that he was giving in London,
when observing his Vyasa Puja,
observing his Vyasa Puja,
he said he wanted all his Grihastha followers to be Paramahamsas.
he wanted all his Grihastha followers to be Paramahamsas.
And he said how Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a Grihastha.
And he said how Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a Grihastha,
He had many children.
he had many children.
One was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada.
One of them was Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada.
And Prabhupada said we need many personalities like this.
Prabhupada said that we need many personalities like this.
And so the Grihasthas should have such pure devotee children.
So the Grihastha should have some pure devotee children.
That, Lord Indra in the Chaitanya Das time, he joined in the Kirtan.
Lord Indra in the Chaitanya pastime, Chaitanya Leela pastime, he joined in the Kirtan.
So by then he seemed to have learned his lesson.
By then he seemed to have learned his lesson.
Any ladies?
Any ladies have a question?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for accepting me today. My question is that we see so many amazing religions in Iskcon. It is like preaching word, teaching service. But I don't know that if everyone wants mercy and Lord Chaitanya can give us mercy easily if we preach. So I also want the mercy, but I see that my voice is not empowered. So could you please tell that
how can we preach so that it penetrates the heart of people?
There are many orators in Iskcon. There are many orators in Iskcon. Many people who give good talks in Iskcon. There are many people who give good talks in Iskcon.
There are people who give good talks in Iskcon.
Yeah, but so she doesn't feel so these things. How can she?
She doesn't feel so much inspired even though they are good.
No, she's not able to give such good talks.
So she's not able to give such good talks. How she can be able to become a good preacher, good speaker? So that's the question.
Achintya Chaitanya was telling me
Achintya Chaitanya was telling me
how when he visited Keturi Gram
how when he visited Keturi Gram
and heard how Lord Chaitanya had left love for Godhead in the Padma River.
how when he heard that Lord Chaitanya had left love for Godhead in the Padma River
For Narottam Das Thakur.
for Narottam Das Thakur.
When Narottam bathed in the Padma, he came out changed.
When Narottam bathed in the Padma, he came out changed.
And then he said, Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya in ecstasy, he left love for Krishna in the Padma River.
So Lord Chaitanya, he left ecstasy, love for Krishna in the Padma River.
But Prabhupada said that his books are written as his ecstasy.
Prabhupada said that his books are his personal ecstasies.
And so if you read Prabhupada's books,
So if you read Prabhupada's books,
you can get love for Krishna.
we can get love for Krishna.
And naturally, if you read Prabhupada's books, and then you just be sincere, repeat what you've heard in your own words,
So if you just read Prabhupada's books and be sincere to repeat what you heard in your own words,
and then I pray for the mercy Guru, for Chaitanya and Krishna, before the giving of the class.
I pray for the mercy of Guru, Lord Chaitanya and Krishna before giving every class.
And by their mercy, I give what I give.
By their mercy, I give what I give.
But these two things, reading Prabhupada's books and hearing and praying for their mercy.
So reading Srila Prabhupada's books, hearing and praying for the mercy,
That's what I know.
that's what I know.
Don't be self-conscious.
Don't be self-conscious.
Think of Krishna
Think of Krishna
and try to say Krishna's message.
and try to say Krishna's message.
Krishna ordered everybody, Jale Dakho, Jale Dakho, Tale Goho.
Krishna ordered everybody, Yare Deko Tare Kaho Krishna Upadesh.
That's the secret.
That's the secret.
I mean, I one time in this Kartik one, we had a function in the town hall in southern Ecuador in Quito. Cuenca.
We had a function in South America, Ecuador, in a town hall,
Cuenca.
Cuenca.
And there, one civil contractor, and he was a labor contractor for building.
The labor contractor from Delhi.
He was not very educated.
There was a labor contractor from Delhi. He was not very educated,
But he spoke,
but he spoke.
and he was so sincere.
And he was so sincere.
Everybody was moved.
Everybody was
Everybody there, all of them were Christians. they came up and offered candles to Yasoda and Krishna.
And all of them, they were so moved by his lecture. They were all Christians. They came up and offered candles to Yashoda and Krishna.
Hare! If you're sincere, that's what comes through. That what changes people's hearts.
If you are sincere, that is what changes people's hearts.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
क्योंकि मशीन यहाँ पे है।
अभी नहीं सुन रहा क्या बोला?
थोड़ा अच्छा लेक्चर दो। ये लपेट देना प्लीज। मैं जा रहा हूँ।
सुनो पृथक दिखा दिया ना।